At this point, it's starting to feel like modern cruising can occasionally feel like you're trapped inside of a floating shopping mall. Specialty dining here, Wi-Fi packages there, drink upgrades everywhere. But by the time you've said yes to a few little add-ons, you're wondering if you need maybe a second mortgage just to afford dessert. But here's the good news. Despite the upcharges and the endless sales pitches, there are still plenty of things included in your cruise fare, or available free if you simply just know how to ask. So before you throw your wallet overboard, let's dive into what is still included, what is still complimentary, with a few cruise line specific examples to show you exactly where to cash in, or I guess not cash out. I'm Wade, the solo cruiser, and I can't wait to share this list with you here today. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our cruise tips coming up. In addition to that, all of my cruise voyages from A to Z and all the details in between to help you best plan your own cruise in the near future. Number 1. Food, glorious food, and more than just the buffet. Sure, the buffet is free, but that's just the tip of the iceberg lettuce here. Carnival Cruise Line. That is a place where the main dining room offers rotating menus that include steak, seafood, pasta, even desserts like Carnival's famous warm chocolate melting cake. It's all included. Many folks don't realize that Guy's Burger Joint on most ships or Blue Iguana Cantina tacos and burritos are also included. In fact, Carnival has some of the most included options of any ship at sea. And I have heard it many times while on board. New cruisers don't know what's included and what's not. A lot of times because these are standalone locations, people think they have to pay extra. And it takes them a couple days to really click, oh wait, no, that's included. Oh, I can just eat there. I can just take whatever I want. That's great. It's a nice plus to have for sure. Royal Caribbean. Sorrento's Pizza, Cafe Promenade snacks, and the main dining room are all included, of course, things you could take advantage of. And yes, you can order multiple appetizers if one doesn't quite hit the spot. And on the back end of that, ask politely for an extra dessert in the main dining room. If you're feeling like one wasn't enough, oftentimes they'll go ahead and bring you another one included. Cruise lines, they rarely say no nowadays, with the exception of an entree. I am seeing more and more cruise lines now putting it on their menu specifically so you'll see it, that if you want an additional entree, sometimes beyond 2, they'll say, all right, there's a surcharge for that, $5, $10. It's a pretty nominal fee. But outside of that, they are happy to bring you all the appetizers, all the desserts that you want. Look, it's part of the fare you've already paid, and if you've got room in your stomach and you're not worried about the waistline problem, just go for it. It's vacation, right? Number 2, room service. Yeah, sometimes it's still free. Room service, it is a mixed bag these days, unfortunately. Some cruise lines charge per item or per order, right? They'll call it a service charge, if you will, but many still offer a complimentary continental breakfast delivered to your door. I've noticed that the ones that do offer this no longer advertise it. It's almost like they're hoping you forget that it's something that is included in your cruise fare. Celebrity Cruises offers up free continental breakfast via room service, though lunch and dinner items, they do have an additional fee. Norwegian Cruise Line, they are one that is now charging for almost all room service regardless of what you order. They're calling it complimentary, but they're hitting you with the service charge in the end. So that's something that you need to steer clear from. Recognize that just because the menu says, oh, this is all included, that doesn't mean that the service charge is included, right? So $9.99 is what they hit you with sometimes. Disney Cruise Line, they do win the prize here, though. Room service is complimentary 24/7. You can even order the Mickey ice cream bars at midnight. Absolutely included. And you should, because that is something you bought, especially a Disney Cruise Line. That's ridiculously expensive. Number 3, entertainment that doesn't cost a dime. Cruise lines make sure you never have to spend money to be entertained. Broadway-style shows, live music, game shows, even poolside movies, they're all often included. Royal Caribbean does a lot of high production shows like Grease and Aqua Theater performances that are free. Carnival, the comedians in the Punchliner Comedy Club are phenomenal. Live musicians throughout the ship and dive-in movies by the pool are all a part of the package. Same thing over at Princess, movies under the stars, one of the most iconic free perks with blankets and popcorn thrown at you, all things that you get to enjoy. Number 4. Water, coffee, tea, most of the time lemonade. You don't need a drink package to stay hydrated. Tap water, iced tea, coffee, some juices, particularly in the morning, are included at meals. Carnival, they offer up the lemonade, the iced tea, the coffee, all completely included. All for you at the buffet, and sometimes in the main dining room, you can ask for those as well, and they will accommodate. Again, in the morning, juices are included in the price tag. Princess, fresh brewed coffee and tea are available in the buffet and dining rooms. Espresso drinks, however, I mean, that's another story, right? Royal Caribbean, flavored waters, juices at breakfast, coffee included at the Windjammer buffet, all things that you can look forward to and not have to pay a pretty penny for a drink package. Or do as I do. If you don't actually drink a lot in terms of alcohol and a drink package is just kind of a waste for you, do a la carte, right? Buy drinks as you go. If you want a soda, well, buy one. Oftentimes they're like, I don't know, $3.50, $4 at a total. It's something that a lot of times you got to worry about that gratuity automatically attached to it. 18% seems to be the standard rate nowadays. But if you're only doing 1 to 3 maybe on a voyage, it's totally worth it doing a la carte versus paying for an entire package that you're not going to get your money back on. Number 5, special requests in the main dining room. You want shrimp cocktail every night or need something plain because your stomach doesn't vibe with curry? Well, just ask. Not only are the servers trained to be incredibly accommodating, but chefs are surprisingly flexible, especially when it comes to food allergies. I see a lot of cruisers who seem to be very uncomfortable with the idea of bringing up allergies nowadays. And it's gotten to a point, though, I mean, I feel like most cruise ships, they just ask anymore. They approach your table and say, any allergies? I mean, it's like one of the first things out of a server's mouth just to make sure that they are providing you with the best possible experience, and they'll hand you a menu that can accommodate whatever it is that you're dealing with. I like to say that on Princess Cruises, sometimes you can request a secret menu of simpler items. They always have grilled chicken available. They always seem to have salmon available or Caesar salad, even if they're not listed that evening. And just as I was saying earlier, Carnival will often allow you the opportunity to order additional appetizers or desserts to your heart's content. So order away. And how about kids clubs and activities? If you're sailing with kids, most cruise lines offer included programming. Disney Cruise Line in particular, right? The Oceaneer Club and Lab are included with immersive Disney-themed activities for ages 3 to 12. Sometimes these areas look cooler than any adult area on the ship. Royal Caribbean Adventure Ocean is free until the late evening. Carnival Camp Ocean offers kids programming included in the cruise fare too. Number 7, fitness and wellness. To work off the buffet, of course. While specialty classes like spin or Pilates might cost extra, the fitness center itself is included. Jogging tracks, basketball courts, pools are all included in your cruise fare. Norwegian, many of their ships have ropes courses and mini golf included. Royal Caribbean, surf simulators, climbing walls, sports courts are free to use. Carnival, their sky ride, right? Their bicycle in the sky track. It is something you could take advantage of on ships that have it. And so many more options when it comes to fitness and wellness. And it's something that I see many people nowadays taking advantage of, especially early in the morning or later in the evening as that sun is setting. They go out for an evening run around that jogging track just to enjoy the serenity of that sunset. And finally, number 8, little extras you can ask for. Here is where being in the know really pays off. Over at Carnival, ask your room steward for robes, and they'll usually provide them for free, even in the inside cabins. Celebrity, they can provide pillow menus in many of their ships upon request. Specialized pillows for a better night's sleep, definitely something to take advantage of. And Disney Cruise Line, special dietary needs from dairy-free desserts to gluten-free pizza, those too can often be requested at no extra cost, especially if you are going the route of that complimentary room service that I was talking about. Let them know your dietary needs for the room service, and they'll tell you exactly what you can have and often share with you what is off menu, so you got something a little extra in that case. Yes, cruise lines will always try to upsell you on steakhouse dinners and bottomless mimosas and Wi-Fi packages that cost more than your monthly internet at home. But even in today's nickel and dime climate, there's still plenty included, if you know where to look and what to ask for. So go ahead, order that second appetizer, snag the free continental breakfast on your balcony, and enjoy the Broadway-style show. Because not everything at sea comes with a price tag. And to this day, the reason why I continue to take cruises is because of the value factor. Nickel and diming, yes, it's a thing, but by comparison of anything you're going to be doing on land, for what you get on a cruise, you certainly cannot measure that up to what you'd be paying on land. It is usually astronomical in nature by what you'd be paying land-based versus sea-based. So cruises still tend to be one of the very best values in vacations. Now, as referencing Princess Cruises in this list, I want to share with you some of the reasons why people love Princess Cruises and maybe a few reasons why they don't. You can check out that video on the right. And for additional cruising tips and voyages that I've taken, where I share everything from A to Z, check out that video on the left. We'll see you next time on The Solo Cruiser.